Hey Mansfield, I'm here with my good friend, Mayor David Cook, AKA the Mansfield Batman. And so I wanted to sit down with David and just ask him some questions about everything that's happening in our community. David, I know that you're currently the mayor of Mansfield, that you're running your election for state rep, and that now you're managing the corona outbreak. How are you doing, first of all, personally? How's your family? How are you feeling with everything?
Well, needless to say, there's a lot going on, and I think family's good. We're all just pulling together. I think a situation like this will draw the community together, and we've already seen signs of that. And so, first of all, we just want to say thank you to Mansfield residents for just trying to stay calm and get a plan together, and just know that we can get through this. I think that just instilling that confidence is important. And so talking about we've been in this together, and that's what we want the community to do, is be in it together.
Yeah, it's super important that as everything externally is rumbling, there's some craziness that here in Mansfield, that we need to pull together and remember that we're a strong, tight-knit community with fantastic leadership, and that we're going to make it through it. So I know that you just made a big announcement about a public health emergency. And so what does that mean? What is a public health emergency? What do citizens need to be doing? What kind of changes in our daily life?
Yeah, so basically, it's called a declaration. It's necessary because of the emergency condition. And first of all, I think what really sums it up is really easy to think about is just think of be prepared, not scared. And so that's really what we're wanting to see is have people be prepared and not scared. So in other words, just be calm. And so even though it's necessary to initiate the declaration, emergency declaration, it was recommended obviously from the White House and President Trump, strongly recommended by Governor Abbott, and of course, as you probably know, he actually made his own declaration today. I think there was a lot of continuity throughout the state of Texas, but not to the degree that we needed it. And so the governor took action today and basically ordered the same things that we did yesterday. And so, it's common sense things that we have to do in a situation like this. And so if we don't take these precautions, then we're going to really see a ramp up. And that's what we're trying to protect against. And so, obviously, you've all heard the common things that I consider to be common sense, but we need to take them for what they are. They're good advice. And so, obviously, washing our hands. And I just know most of us probably are staying at the same, just a few seconds later, making sure that they're hot water, washing the hands, and keeping the social distance. I know a lot of people are kind of taking that tongue in cheek, but there's a serious nature of it about it as well. And so I think you just need to abide by all those things. But as far as the emergency action that we took, it was obviously to eliminate in dining room experiences in restaurants. And so that's something that really would encourage the community to. That's an opportunity for us to work together. And so I know you and Rachel probably like Tanya and I. We eat out a lot.
Yeah, all the time.
And so we're not going to just start. People are not just going to start cooking at home. So we got to look at other options. We can't go sit down at like a Nola or El Primo's or whatever the favorite restaurant here is in town. It's simple. We just need to go curbside. A lot of us do it anyway. We're used to calling Uber Eats or whoever you call and have food delivered, especially the younger generation. And so I would just encourage us to really make an effort to do that. So get to take out food, go curbside, order it online, have it delivered, whatever your preference is. But we've got to support these local businesses, and that's something that we as a community can do. I've had a lot of questions, via Facebook, via Facebook Messenger, email, text messages, phone calls. What can we do to help? Which is very reassuring from my position. And I would say that's one of the best things we can do is support these businesses during these times. I think the restaurants are going to be okay. I'm going to ask that we really be in prayer for these workers that are not having the opportunity to earn a living as far as busboys and waitresses. They're living off of those tips, and so I would encourage you to continue tipping them. Obviously, it's going to be difficult for them during these times. Let's be supportive of them.
So I guess the major changes are no gatherings over 10 people in one space, and then no dine-in restaurant opportunities.
I think that sums it up. That's the action that my understanding is that's what the governor has done today. Ours is a little bit less stringent than that. As far as the things that are closed clearly are like gym, private health clubs,
movie theaters,
things like that are closed.
Churches.
Well, churches, it's a little bit different. And I haven't got because Governor Abbott's order just came out, so want to be clear, I've not had a chance to get through it all. But as far as churches, we know a lot of churches are making the decision to close, and I certainly understand that. But really, it's more of a restriction. But the order that the city put in, that I signed yesterday, limited it to 125 people or 50% occupancy, whichever is less.
Whichever is less.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so, and that's in each room. So let's say you have a multi-level building, and you can have, up to 125 people in each level of, unless you have apartments.
Yeah. So for those restrictions, there's no curfew, or there's not anything like that that's been proposed yet?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so then obviously the other big one that I would touch on is grocery stores. And so we had a clear carve out for the grocery stores, and I want to say thank you to the grocery stores out there in Mansfield.
They're working hard out
there. They are working around the clock, and they're working all day selling stuff, and then they're closing, a lot of them are closing a little bit earlier than normal so that they can sanitize and make sure everything's clean, restock, and ready for the next day. So I know a suggestion that's been made is, try to make sure you give extra space for the seniors, and there's even been some ideas to give them maybe an hour where they can shop from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. just senior citizens.
Oh, that's smart.
So those are just common sense things that we're hoping that grocery stores will take it upon themselves and find out what's best for their store as opposed to a lot of or too much government intervention.
Right. This is a really difficult question, but how long do we think the restrictions will last? How long is this going to drag out here?
I think it's really impossible to know that. I think the approach that we're taking here in the city, and obviously we're subject to whatever the governor and the president, they obviously control what we're doing in the city, no pun intended. But I think as far as time, we limited ours to 7 days. And so obviously we would look at it in a 7-day window.
And we'll be consistently reevaluating what the right step for that time frame is.
Exactly right. So that way we're not doing too much, we're not throwing too much at people at one time. And so every 7 days or whatever the time period is that we decide is best, that we'll make the orders that are necessary, but nothing more than what's necessary.
Right. I heard our president talk about how we were establishing some testing stations around the country. Is there one of those in Mansfield? And if not, where are the closest places that people should go if they think that they've contracted the virus?
Sure. Yeah, great question. And obviously, I think that obviously, first step is contact your local medical provider, your doctors and physicians. They're able to kind of act as a triage and see if you need to go to the next level. But as far as community gatherings or community stations that have been set up, the ones that I know of in the Metroplex currently is at the Verizon in Great Prairie, and then the AAC, of course, in Dallas. There is an attempt right now to locate one in Tarrant County, but as of this moment, I've not been notified of that location. There will be one in Tarrant County shortly.
So if you feel like you need to receive testing, go to the Verizon Stadium or AAC in downtown Dallas.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, I would emphasize going to your local doctors first. I mean, I think that because a lot of, they will be able to, like I said, act as a triage and see if you have the symptoms that, because there's not enough tests out there, so we want to make sure that we are testing those that need it, opposed to just anybody that wants to be tested.
Right. Well, we recently interviewed Dr. Darren Charles, and his suggestion was that you would call your doctor or call the hospital, and they have kind of an over-the-phone test that you can fill out to work through some of the things to make sure it's not allergies or not just a common cold.
That's right.
Another question, a little bit off topic, but still really involved. I've seen all of the political signs kind of going up around the city as we have an election coming up. How does this kind of shutdown affect our local elections?
That's a great question, and obviously it's in the order of importance. Obviously, I think the election is secondary to what's going on in our community right now.
Yeah.
But it is an element that we need to be aware of. And so just yesterday, Governor Abbott signed an executive order that authorized, it didn't mandate, but it authorized governmental bodies to change their election from May to November. And so it's not authorized to do anything in between. So each governmental body, like the city of Mansfield, we've actually added it to our agenda for Monday night. And so Monday's meeting, the council will decide we're going to leave the election in May. We're going to move it to the November election when the general election takes place. So it's just going to be up to the council to decide that issue. But you may want to say, hey, let's wait a little bit and let's make that decision 4 weeks from now or 6 weeks from now. And just with the way elections work, it's just not possible. You have early voting, and you got to send out early voting by mail, and so it's a really long process. When the Secretary of State and the local election offices have to start
Right.
ramping up for those elections, and so that decision is going to have to be made very quickly.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to see this a fragmented approach. Some communities are going to keep it in May, and I think most will move it to November. I think that's the responsible thing to do right now, because it's just, you and I know when there's a good election and people are turning out and people are standing in line on top of each other, and so from a social distancing standpoint, it probably makes a lot more sense to punt it into November.
No, I agree. I think here in Mansfield that we have a big election coming up. I mean, you've done a fantastic job, in my opinion, as being the mayor, and so we have to just make the next right choice. And so, not doing it when everybody's a little shaken, I think it's going to be smart.
It is. I agree. I mean, it's important. I mean, who knows how long the next mayor will serve? Maybe it'll be a long time. I mean, I've had almost 12 years in as mayor, and so I mean, it is an important decision, and you'd hate to see it be decided by a small, even just a very small turnout.
Right. Last question is, what can citizens be doing to help or to give back? I know a lot of people are healthy and feel good and they're just kind of stuck at home. What kind of things can they do to help serve others?
Yeah, well, I think the first thing they can do is actually stay home. I mean, that's the first thing, preaching.
Right.
But at home doesn't necessarily mean in your residence. I mean, I see a lot more people in the community walking with their kids, and the kids being to school. And so I would encourage you to spend time with your family and try to find things and talk to do together. But really, you just need to stay out of public places at this point in time. I think that's the number one thing you can do. And then as far as food and grocery stores, restaurants, things like that, more than ever, I would encourage you to shop and eat locally here in the city of Mansfield, so we can keep those dollars here locally, working in the restaurants for our community.
Yeah, something that I know Mansfield really has going for it is we have a great parks department. And so just right down the street here from the church, there's an over 80-acre park of walking trails. And so moms and dads, if you feel trapped at home, there's a lot of things that you can do with your kids here in the heart of Mansfield that are fun, great playgrounds, great swings, lots of ponds and things to walk and look at. And so that'd be a great thing for them to connect with.
Great.
Anything else on your heart that you want to share with people?
No, I think the only thing I would say in closing is just to just be smart, be calm, be prepared, don't be scared. And, I know I keep preaching that, but I think it's important that as a community that we just come together and work together and we pray along one another and just encourage one another. We'll get through this without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, well, man, thank you so much for being here. Stay connected to Living Church. We're going to continue to do interviews as things shift and change so that we can know locally what's happening. I think it's important to know what's happening nationally, but it's important to know what's going on right here. And so subscribe, follow, like, comment, all the things. Stay connected to us as we walk through this together.
Thank you, Living Church. I think y'all do a great job of doing what you just said, Pastor Truston. And so I just want to say thank you from my position.
Yeah.
So it's a breath of fresh air to see what y'all do in our community.
No, it's our honor to serve our city. Love you guys.
Thank you.